in a two-part series on mentor roles and responsibilities. A reminder, the David Clutterbuck definition I started with is that a mentor is a more experienced individual willing to share knowledge with someone less experienced in a relationship of mutual trust. So yes, experience comes to the fore there, willingness to share and mutual trust. So let's press on. I found some 5 roles for a mentor. The first role is coaching. That might seem a bit odd. Coaches, mentors, different, yes, but do similar things to a degree. And one of the roles that is legitimate for a mentor to do is to coach. Maybe not for a coach to mentor, but certainly for a mentor to coach. And coaching, this is from Joseph Cosper, is for initial guidance and teaching. Again, the teaching word will give people some hang-ups. This is just what people think. I'm not saying it's what everybody else should. So one of the 5 roles for a mentor is coaching. Initial guidance and teaching. Second role is exposing. Well, that too could be a bit dodgy for some people. Providing opportunities to perform. Again, how far should a mentor intervene in what could be seen to be the domain of the line manager? It's a legitimate question to ask. Third role is protecting, sheltering from harm. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because I think that's legitimate. Mentors can at least have a role to play in sheltering from harm. Could be psychological harm, could be physical harm, could be all sorts of harm. So a mentor is not a passive person, but has some active role in doing good to the mentee. Challenging is the 4th of the 5 roles, giving tasks that develop capability. Once again, we're moving towards the domain of the line manager. So to what degree is the mentor in liaison and in contact, in dialogue, communicating with line manager? And to what degree, I think, all too typically, working apart from and in unsplendid isolation. So 4 roles so far: coaching, exposing, protecting, challenging. The last one is sponsoring, outwardly promoting the mentee. Again, provocative. Is it the role of a mentor to promote the mentee, to tell people how great they are, to actually make better known their capabilities? How some mentors do, and does that make them wrong? I'm not necessarily of that view. 5 sources from Mike Pegg of mentoring success. First of these is presence, the credibility factor here, and being a source of good sense. Yeah, I think that's important, isn't it? You don't want a mentor who has no credibility and who doesn't present themselves as a source of good sense. Second one is creating and developing personal chemistry. That's got to be important. Do a mentee and mentor always get on? No. Despite not being best friends, can they work together? Yes. Is it part of the mentor's role to create and develop that personal chemistry? Yes, to a point, but you can't do it all. So yes, appropriate creating and developing personal chemistry. I'll go with that. The third source of mentoring success from Mike Pegg is passing on street wisdom that works. Street wisdom. That suggests not too conceptual stuff, not theoretical, things that actually are well grounded and that are practical and that work. Fourthly, being a truth teller, a critical friend. Critical friend is often talked about in a coaching and mentoring role, and why not? Because if a mentor is a truth teller, they might be the only one, and someone who's prepared to say it as it needs to be spoken. And I've had that experience as a mentee when my mentor has given me some very direct feedback. Nobody else would have given that same. When you're a mentor, you're a little bit removed, you're a little bit more objective, you're not in the line managerial space. You can use that to be, as Mike Pegg says, I like the term, a truth teller. The 4th source of mentoring success is supporting and celebrating success. And that's important too. Too little celebrating and supporting of success takes place in the workplace. So to some degree, the mentor is moving into that void of, for instance, and not exclusively, too little celebration of success. 6 actions of a mentor. This is from me. Hey, just a few thoughts of my own here, and I'll run through them briefly because nothing I say is that important. So 6 key actions of a mentor. I've said develops a safe, confidential relationship. Yes, I think we all understand that. Hey, but creating that takes a lot of skill. Developing a safe, confidential relationship. Creates trust by being an honest challenger. Again, we're harking back to the Mike Pegg truth teller thing. To be an honest challenger. That's not a bad term either. Well done, Andrew. Broadens perspective and alternatives. And I think that's important because in the line managerial relationship and in the workplace of most normal people, and most people are normal, the perspective and the alternatives are limited. They have parameters. The mentor perhaps can broaden these, can look outside of the normal, conventional, existing perspective and provide alternatives. Oh, well, I put some thought into this, haven't I? Also, another key action of mentor is to have a positive personal attitude. Who wants to work with a mentor who's grumpy, who's down, who moans all the time? Surely, without being too manically happy all the time, to have a positive personal attitude is a key attribute of a good mentor. Fourth on my thoughts of 6 key actions of a mentor is showing real interest. Now, a lot of people can feign interest. A lot of people can show a passing interest or a superficial interest. The mentor can choose to take a real interest, a long-term interest, a deeper interest. And I think that issue of showing real interest is at the heart of this, because if the mentor shows real interest, a lot of these other issues we're talking about here will flow. And the last thing on my list of key actions of a mentor is giving unselfishly. Some mentors get a little bit put out. Well, what do I get back for this? Well, don't do it, because you shouldn't expect anything back from it at all. You might get a warm glow for being helpful. You might get some recognition, but you may not get either. So the best mentors are those that accept. You may end up just giving, and that's what it's about. So 6 essentials to look for in a mentor. I'm going to move fast because I'm already at 6 minutes, nearly 7. There's a fair bit to get through still. 6 essentials to look for in a mentor. These are David Clutterbuck's thoughts again. If in doubt, go to David Clutterbuck on mentoring. So 6 essentials: an established record of developing others, a wide range of skills to pass on, strong knowledge of organizational culture, sufficient time to dedicate to mentoring, the ability to swiftly command respect, and the knowledge of how people best accept new ideas. All of these could be delved into and made many more minutes from on their own. So yes, I like this. An established record of developing others, that helps. Let's work with the mentors who have shown they've done it before and done it well. A wide range of skills to pass on, of course. Strong knowledge of organizational culture, helpful. Sometimes objectivity helps too. Sufficient time, that's important. In my experience, the best mentors are busy people. They must be able to find the time on top of everything else to do this well. The ability to swiftly command respect. You've got to get in there fast. You shouldn't take 8 months trying to command respect. Knowledge of how people best accept new ideas. It shouldn't be a presumption that new ideas are immediately and always accepted. So I think that's a good point. 6 questions to ask when seeking a mentor. There they come from Kathleen Barton. Who has helped me in the past and would do again? Who is successful in my field? Who do I admire and respect? Who are the most influential people I know? Who thinks I have potential? Who has encouraged me? Oh, I like them. Moving fast. 6 ways to mentor. Here we go. Set clear expectations and goals and revisit these as needed. These are from Kathleen Barton again. Be available and responsive. Deliver on promises. Everyone wants a mentor who actually does what they say they're going to do and delivers on promises. Maintain confidentiality and be trusted. Absolutely. You can't trust a mentor who tells everybody what you've been up to. Encourage and support constructive feedback. Yeah, not instantly perhaps, but during the course of the relationship, that's got to be critical. Listen well, question directly, and provide sound advice. Some recurring issues here, and why not? Share relevant experiences, not only. So we're moving on. There's so much in around this. Bob Garvey says 7 personal attributes of a mentor: that they are interested, that they are supportive, that they are in the right position, whatever that is, that they have influence, that they provide security, that they find time, that key issue again, and that they demonstrate leadership and can inspire. Thank you. So 8 characteristics of a skilled mentor from Alan Mumford. Positive developmental management style. Consistent, reliable personality is admired. Finds time to develop people. some of these issues are well worth reiteration because they are particularly important, such as finding time to develop people. Has humility, doesn't seek to dominate mentees. It isn't all about the mentor, it's all about the mentee. And so a mentor that has humility, that doesn't feel the need to tell their life story repeatedly is so important. They are a high-level achiever. They get results. They've got a good track record. 8 characteristics of a skilled mentor, number 6, I think this is. Creates opportunities and enjoys others' success. That's critically important. Doesn't feel resentful, doesn't feel in any way diminished, but feels bigger and better about enjoying other people's successes. Has strong interpersonal skills. That's essentially what it's all about. However good you are at all the others, if you can't get across your point of view, if you aren't able to articulate, that's critical to have strong interpersonal skills and is perceptive. And finally, from Alan Mumford, encourages reflection on 8 qualities. There's a lot of this, but it's so good. 8 qualities of an excellent mentor. This is from Moberg and Velasquez. Cares supportively, advises responsively, recognizes and understands uniqueness, encourages realistically, discourages imitation, respects autonomy, and uses power wisely. I haven't got time to go into all of these, but I wish I had because they're so good. So I'm again reading out from a list here because, again, time's so tight. I really should pull some of these apart in more detail. 8 indicators of an expert mentor. Wants to be a mentor for the right reasons. Possesses strong empathy and is emotionally intelligent. First time we've mentioned that, emotional intelligence, but it's inferred in other things before. Is strong and secure. Have a calm and wise persona. Yes, calmness, wiseness, important. Creates rapport swiftly that inspires trust and confidence. And 4 more indicators of an expert mentor. Is credible, that word again, earns respect, doesn't demand or expect this. Never mind what your job title is or how long you've been in a role, that doesn't give you credibility, you earn it. Finds quality time whilst do other activities well. Whew. Clarifies learning whilst respecting confidentiality, that's important too, and has the skills and ideas worth. Oh, I rolled through those quite quickly. I've tried to keep it down, but there's so much to go through. I hope that's helped. And if you want to find out more, then my website, my various other means of getting in touch with me, including email, are out there. I always like to hear from people who share my interest, for instance, in this wonderful issue of mentoring.